his disciples, and that's not how it should be, man. This scripture that Christ had told his disciples is how you stop crime as a whole. Because when you go to him and him alone, and for you sisters out there who love the beef and who don't like to talk to another woman about, how she, treated you, you sisters need to go to her alone as well.
Nobody is holding you accountable for the things that you say you were doing or not doing. There's no, like the scriptures say, everything should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
There's no order and decency with you going on the internet and running in the streets with no guidance, without being sent, without being anointed by the man of the Lord, by being sent by a man of God out there on them streets. You must be sent.
When you hear us say salute, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah, right? That is Hebrew. Okay? Shalom, Shalom, that is not Hebrew. I don't know where you learned that from. Most likely from Esau, from the Jewish. On the street corners. And we ain't selling dope, but we are teaching you how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We are teaching you how to not be a drug addict and a drug dealer.
Right.
How to keep you out of prison. How to not make you a target for Esau to use. All right. Let's wrap it up.
Hey, shalom, Israel. Hey, I'm going to say shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Shem Yahweh Shabbat to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK of 125th Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hachaanakah. And this is a special edition of class, man. This is the Feast of Dedication. It's just all right. Let's go. Okay. All right. So yeah, man. This is a special edition of the class, man. This is the Feast of Hachaanakah. You know what I'm saying? Like these candles. This is an ancient tradition, man. Over 2,000 years old of our culture, customs, and traditions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we celebrate things that we have no idea what we're celebrating or why. You know what I'm saying? Around this time, everybody's getting ready to give a Christmas tree all the gifts that it can fit under it. And nobody ever questions, why does the Christmas tree has to get the gifts first? Why are we decorating this Christmas tree? Why do we got to give the Christmas tree these gifts? Like we in the room looking and waiting, but the Christmas tree is sitting there all decked out, and they got all the gifts given to the Christmas tree first, and then after the Christmas tree gets the gifts, then we can enjoy the gifts. And nobody understands that. Nobody asks those questions. Why? What's this about? But this Feast of Hachaanakah is something that actually means something. It's something that's actually meaningful, and it's something that we should celebrate and keep in our households until Christ returns.
That's right.
And that's what we do. And so we keep our customs, cultures, and traditions because it gives us a sense of worth. Because if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. Those sayings, those proverbs, but they really are true. That's why the oppressor took everything that we had and took all of our culture and customs, because he wants us to depend and rely on him and his culture and customs. So we don't know how close we are and how truly valuable and special we are to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things we're going to do today is talk about that. Like I was telling the little brothers and sisters, hey, if y'all could, the sisters, maybe y'all, we can start serving the food. Ain't nobody got to wait while we're doing the class. Please get the kids together, get yourselves together. We got tons of food here. Go ahead and get out while during class. But I'm gonna start by lighting these candles, because this is one of our traditions. Lighting all the candles during Hachaanakah for 8 days. You should do this. Okay, 8 days. You should light all the candles, let them all burn. It's part of our tradition, and it should be 7 candles, not 9 candles like the Yiddish, the fake Jews do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of their traditions and practices are fake. because they stole a culture and customs. They stole a language. And so a lot of things will be off by some of their practices that they do because they're not the real people. That's why they call themselves Jewish. Mm-hmm. Any Jewish person, they call themselves Jewish. Just like if somebody said, this jacket, this sweater is blackish, or it's 9, or what time is it? It's 9-ish. It's not really 9. It's almost 9. It's something like 9. And so that's why they call themselves Jewish, because they're not the real Jews. And so that's why we call ourselves Jews. We call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. Israelites being the nation, Hebrew being the language. We call ourselves that. That's who we are. You know what I mean? So we practice these cultures and these customs because we don't like the vain ones. The vain ones don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know. Like y'all practice all them pagan cultures. What y'all just did? Y'all just did Thanksgiving. You know, you just celebrated the Thanksgiving of giving somebody of a disgusting people giving another people their land. Like, thank you for giving. Thank you. Thanks for that giving. You know, y'all, it wasn't y'all raped, robbed, and pillaged it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all raped, robbed, and pillaged it for it, but they want to say the oppressor will like to make you think because they like what is that thing that they got now in schools that they don't want to teach you about their history? Critical race theory. Critical race theory. Critical race theory teaches you about the oppressor don't want their children to know about the atrocity that their race did to us as a people coming up. They say it makes their children feel bad if they have to know what their ancestors did to the people to have the position they have in the world. They don't want their people to know. So right around the time when they passed the law for critical race theory, where in schools they don't have to teach their children about slavery and them feeding our children and our babies to alligators. The same time they did that, you know what they did for you to pacify you? They gave you Juneteenth as a national holiday. So that's something that happened. Okay, so that this is what they do, but we're gonna give our culture back. You know what I'm saying? So part of our culture is burning these candles in remembrance. In remembrance of our traditions, our culture, and our customs, man. Because you got to know where you come from. You got to know your history and heritage, so you can have an idea of where you're going.
Right.
If you don't know this is what happens when you don't know you the chosen people of God. When you don't know you the chosen people of God, and Christ looks like you perm your hair to look like the white Jesus that they tell you that white Jesus that they got on the picture. You perm your hair because you don't know that the Bible says that Jesus Christ had hair like wool.
That's right.
Like a sheep's wool, like yours. So you perm your hair because you don't know that Christ had hair like yours. Or you know what else you'll do like they're doing now? They bleaching their skin. They get bleaching cream. And they bleach their skin like Michael Jackson or Sammy Sosa. They'll bleach their skin because they say, oh, white, Jesus Christ was a white man. This skin must be, but my Jesus, my God looks like a white man. But if you knew that Jesus Christ, they said his skin was so dark, it looked like he burnt in the furnace. The Bible says he had skin of bronze that looked like it burnt in the furnace. So if you knew that Jesus Christ, God's favorite son, had skin like yours, maybe you wouldn't bleach it. Maybe you wouldn't do that. Maybe you wouldn't look in the mirror and hate yourself and think, I gotta bleach my skin, or the white man is God? The white man is Jesus? Or maybe I gotta go get his woman. Maybe that's the woman I should have because that's my Jesus. He looks like that. Because you don't know your culture and your customs. But if you knew that Jesus Christ looked like you as a black man, if you knew that the world was made for you, the Lord's special people, that's why he made they need sunscreen they need sunscreen. They need protection from the sun.
Right. Because
they have no melanin. Because the Lord made the sun for you. The sun gives life to everything. But to them, they might as well be vampires. Because they got to get protection from the sun. They need sunscreen. Their hair falls down. Our hair defies gravity. Our hair stands straight up. in an afro, stand straight up in the air. It won't fall down. If we let our hair out, if we don't braid it down and tame it, it'll pop straight up in the air. But their hair falls and hangs down on their arm because our hair defies gravity. Because this earth was made for us, you know, and it's like that's just practical things, you know, that kind of shows you, and you can see that in everything that they do, like all the things that they try to do to keep us down and everything like that. We still are the standard in society. Everybody wants to be just like us. We are the standard of what cool is. Rich people, they can have billions and billions of dollars, but they're not cool if they don't come to the hood and see what cool really is to get it from you. All right? So, you got a question?
Yeah. If aliens come to the state and then they'll copy what humans do so humans think they're
he's talking right now. You gotta wait.
Aliens will come to the state to copy humans so they could think
Quiet.
So they could think aliens are humans, but the human is not the alien. The alien is the human.
So what is your question? You didn't say, you just said a statement. Do you have a question? You just wanted to say something? You gotta ask a question. I didn't understand. What were you trying to say?
I don't know. I was trying to say something, but you didn't understand.
All right, let's break it down. What were you trying to say?
I was saying if the aliens come to the state, it will copy humans so humans could think that's a real human, but it's actually an alien.
And you know what? And I'll take that because that's they call people who come to this country illegal aliens, people who don't belong in America. They call them illegal aliens. And you know who's actually the illegal aliens? Who tried to copy the people that was here? The oppressor.
Right.
The white man. They are the actual illegal aliens. They came from another place and came here to try to learn and copy the people that was here and take over this place. Okay? That's what they did to the Native Indians. You can ask them about it. They tried to help them and make them and show them. They said, you know, we're just going to take this place all over and we're going to call ourselves the natives. You know? And they do. They copied the actual humans that was here first. You know, so I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point is, we are celebrating today to get back to our culture and customs, right? That's what we're learning about. So today, this week, everybody's preparing for Christmas, something that means nothing. People are dying to provide Christmas presents today. That's what's happening. There's so much depression. People are dying to buy Christmas presents for kids that don't even do their homework. Children that don't do their homework, that are mean and that are bullies. It's a parent somewhere risking their life to get them a Christmas present. Children that don't do their chores, that don't do nothing that their parents ask them to do. But that same child is going to expect a Christmas present today, this week, soon. Within the next couple of weeks, that's what they're expecting. Mm-hmm. With bad grades, don't do their chores at home, disrespectful, mean bullies, but that same child is going to expect a gift. And it's a parent out there that's going to go and who can't afford the gift, but they're going to go and take a gift from somebody. They're going to go rob somebody and take from somebody to provide a gift that child don't deserve and only going to play with for probably 2 days. They're going to get all these toys and play with them for a couple of days. When you really find out the truth, you'll be like, oh my God. So real quick, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the truth about this Christmas that everybody is waiting on. And then after we find out some of the truth that everybody is waiting on from this Christmas, we're gonna figure out what we're actually supposed to be celebrating and why we celebrate Hachaanakah, because it's so much more powerful. Because it's these 7 brothers that were amazing brothers that gave their life, and we're going to remember them today. We're going to remember these 7 brothers that gave their life to have a standard, to have a moral compass, to stand on something. That thing that everybody says, somebody who stand on business. Oh no, these brothers actually stood on business.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hold your point for a second. They actually stood on business. Okay. These brothers actually stood on business, all right? That's what happened. So we're gonna talk about all of these things, and you know, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all being here with us. So one of the things about Christmas, like I had said earlier, everybody, have anybody ever wondered that? Raise your hand if you ever wondered why the Christmas tree got to get the gifts first. Like, why do we? Okay, thank you for raising. Like, why do the Christmas tree got to get the gifts first? Why do we decorate this Christmas tree in silver and gold, and we got to give the gifts to the Christmas tree? You got a question, or you just said that you wondered that? You know the answer? I'm gonna come back to you. So you said you wondered it and you know the answer. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we'll come back to you. Hold your point for a second. You know what I'm saying? So you wonder why? You said that's why you had your hand up too. You know why the Christmas tree get the presents first? All right, so we'll see. We're gonna come back to that. And I'm glad, and these are young people that saying that they know these answers. So that's what. So for any of y'all out there who ever wonder, like, man, why do these Christmas trees, why does the Christmas tree get the gifts first? And we sitting there, can't sleep in our room, peeking out the door. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to get out there. But we gotta wait. We gotta decorate this Christmas tree, put all the ornaments on it, wrap it, put all the gifts under it. And like, why? What does that have to do with Christmas? What does that have to do with Jesus Christ? Because they say this is about Jesus Christ, right? His birth. What does a Christmas tree and gifts have to do with Jesus? Right? And we wonder that. But I'm going to come around real quick. What were you going to say about why do you think? I thought you were just ready to say, to answer my question, like, have you ever wondered? But you say, the reason why the Christmas tree, the reason why the Christmas tree get the gifts first? Why did the Christmas tree get the gifts first?
So, Christmas tree gets the decorations and stuff first because a long time ago there was this lady and her son, he had died before Christmas Day, and she had thought his soul went into the Christmas tree. So she gathered all her guards. She said, go out, go to the people, tell them to get some presents for my son, and if they don't, we're gonna take their lives and we're gonna hang them up on the tree. We're gonna decorate the tree with the people that don't have a present for my dead kid that I think so went to the Christmas tree.
Hey, give him a hand. That's absolutely right. What were you gonna say about that? What were you gonna add to that?
I thought because Santa, if he brings the present upstairs, they're gonna know Santa's going upstairs, and they're gonna wake up and try to see Santa. That's why he don't bring that. That's why he don't bring that upstairs. He just put out there the tree.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So that's a good point. But no, Santa is absolutely fake. Santa is not a real thing. So we destroying Christmas today. So if anybody that thought like that, young brother, yeah, Christmas, Santa is fake. That's not real. Most people in the hood don't even have chimneys. You know what I'm saying? Santa couldn't come down your chimney. He couldn't come on your roof and come down the chimney because you have a furnace. Okay, you don't have a chimney, right? So that's not real. You wanted to add to that? Go ahead.
I have a question. Who made up Santa?
Who made up Santa?
Yeah, who thought of like this guy, the guy with the white beard?
The white beard. Oh, that's a good question. Hey, that is a great question. So we're gonna answer that. So I'm gonna answer them in reverse because it kind of goes good in reverse. Go ahead. What's your question?
Maybe because the white beard was fake, made up fake Santa.
Oh. Hey, absolutely give her a hand for that. Wow. That is amazing observation. You are very observant. And that is amazing. Absolutely. The same people that made a fake white Jesus made a fake white Santa. You're absolutely right. So that walks us back up. So thank you for answering that. And this keeps us going. So Santa came from St. Nicholas. It was a famous black person. White people, they always take what we do. They take our inventions. They take what we do. So St. Nick, it was a black man who used to go around and give gifts to underprivileged children. He used to go around in the country. I want to say it was over in Europe. Fix me if I'm wrong on that, but it was St. Nick. He was a real person, but he was a black man. And he used to go around to orphanages and underprivileged children and give them gifts. He used to give them gifts because they didn't have nothing. And he used to go around and give gifts to underprivileged people. But the oppressor, the white man, he seen that and he took it. He took it and he turned that person into a white man with a big beard, with white hair, you know what I'm saying, and took it. You know, because that's what actually the white beard and the hair, that's what Jesus Christ looked like. When you look at the Bible, they say he had hair and facial hair and hair that was white. And so they just took it and made this fake person. So that was a great point that you made. The person who made fake Jesus also made fake Santa. Okay? That is 100% right. Hey, give them little sisters a hand for that. That is so cool. It's also observing. I want to make sure they get a hand for that, man. Because that is 100% right. You know, they take everything, all of the credit. They say one thing that the oppressor, the white man made that he actually invented was the patent office. He invented the patent office. You know, because he can take credit for what you invented. Let's do it. We're gonna make it happen. He created the patent office so he can take credit for what you built. So let's keep going. So like the brother said, now we go coming back to what the other young brother said, which you was 100% right on why the Christmas tree get the gifts first. The Christmas tree get the gifts first because it was an evil man that was born named Baal. And he was the one that was born on December 25th. Because if you go all the way back 9 months before that, you would get to Easter, which is the celebration of Estar, the god of fertility. And that's why Easter eggs don't have nothing to do with bunny rabbits. And you were wondering, like, what does Easter have to do with eggs and bunny rabbits? Bunny rabbits don't lay eggs, right? So that's a whole nother thing. We'll go back there another time. Hold your point. We'll go back there a whole nother time. But right now, so Baal was born on so-called December 25th, like the young brother said. Baal was his name. You said that, brother. And he was born, and when he died, he had so much power, his mama didn't want to lose that power. So what she did was she told everybody that his spirit went into the evergreen tree. The evergreen tree is a tree that stays, that leaf. You know, in the fall, like how leaves fall off a tree, they get old and they fall down on the ground. This evergreen tree, the leaves never fall off. They stay up there. They never fall off. So she told everybody that his spirit went into this evergreen tree. And that's the same tree that they use for Christmas. They take down those trees and they bring them in and they put them up. But the Bible says you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have a tree and worship this tree because this lady put this tree up. Like you said, I forget his mom's name. Samir Miss. That good night. So that is his mother, and his mother, who was also his wife, unfortunately, she told everybody when her son died, she didn't want to lose the power he had. She said, "Hey, my son is living, but he lives in this tree. So you got to bring him all the gifts. You got to bring all the gifts to this tree, right?" And so that's why the people was like, they were scared. And so anybody who didn't bring a gift to that tree, you know what they did? You know what she did? Have you ever seen the balls hanging off a tree? You know those ornaments when people hang up? Ornaments. You seen those ornaments? You see the ornaments hanging off a tree? Go ahead, what you want to say about it? Yeah. So they hang up ornaments on the tree. They got all the decorations on the tree. And they hang up these ornaments. And the reason they hang up them ornaments is because back in the day, she said anybody who don't bring a gift to this tree, she was going to chop their head off and hang it on the tree. She used to chop their heads off and hang it on the tree. And that's where you get those ornaments that hang from trees from. All right? So people were terrified of this tree. People were terrified of it. They were so scared that they brought their gifts. They brought everything to this tree because they didn't want to get their heads chopped off and hung on this tree. So that's why we have to give the gift to the tree first. Yeah.
And probably the people that didn't bring the presents, probably right now that's happening. It's probably their soul is probably in the ornament.
No, that's a good point. They sold, their heads was on that tree. So people who didn't bring gifts, that's what happened to them. Right now, you don't even. It's so ingrained in our culture. Now we just do it. We don't. Nobody got to get their head chopped off because it's already ingrained in us. Now we just bring the gifts. We bring the gifts with nobody even telling us to bring them. We just bring them to the tree. Okay, so that's where that comes from. But what we want to get into, so that's the fakeness of Christmas. That's the fakeness of this time of year, where we talk about the realness of this time of year. The realness of this time of year is these 7 brothers, man, who really stood on business and gave their lives so we can be a people, so we can keep our culture and customs and tradition, so they can be spoke about in these scriptures. All right? So that's what we're going to get into. So anybody who ever asks, where did that come from and why do we do this? That's the beginning of it. It came from us being terrified of our oppressor, all right? And bringing gifts to this tree because we was terrified of being destroyed or being unalived. I kept saying kill, I got to stop saying being unalived. I forgot, we keep getting flagged for that. I got to stop. Oh, my God. Yes, you got a question?
It's not a question, it's something else. But it's on the Easter gift. The Easter bunny is not real. It's just a made up thing. And then Easter bunnies don't lay eggs. They just hop around and stuff.
Right. Easter has nothing to do. It was about the birth of Baal. That's what we said. For 9 months from Easter is Christmas, and that's what we actually celebrate. We're not celebrating the birth of Christ. If you look up the birth of Christ, he was born during tax time. You know what I mean? During the springtime, right. And it was not winter. You know what I mean? Over there it gets cold. It gets cold over in the Middle East as well, and so it wouldn't have been around that time. So hold your point for a second. So no, Easter has nothing to do with that. So we're gonna let's get into it, man. Let's go to where we at, Maccabees.
Second Maccabees.
No, hold on, go ahead. What you have to say before we get into this? You had something else to say about the topic? No, all right, we'll leave it right there. Hey, welcome everybody, man. Make sure y'all get y'all food, man. We gonna rock it out and keep this thing going, man. Y'all, everybody is absolutely welcome. But this is what we're gonna get into. So now, like I said, we answered that first question. The vainness of Christmas. The Bible says don't worship Christmas, don't celebrate Christmas. It's all fake. Like the little sister said, the same people that made fake Santa Claus made fake Jesus. That was an amazing point that was made. Right. I love that y'all said that. We got some amazing people here. The other young brother just said, broke out what we just talked about how Baal, his spirit was said to be put into a tree to scare us into this tradition. So now that we just broke that down, anybody who wants to see how Christmas is vain, and the Christmas tree is vain and according to God, go to Jeremiah 10. Read Jeremiah chapter 10 and it'll break down how that Christmas tree is disgusting. That's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to do that. So the Christmas tree is terrible, you know what I'm saying? But now we're going to get into a story that's worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? We just do that to kill all that disgustingness about Christmas and everybody, because so many people are going to commit suicide on this on Christmas because they over gifts. So much death is going to happen. So much depression is going to happen because people can't obtain gifts for children that don't even deserve them anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be a terrible time. You're going to look on the news during this month and see all the deaths that happen because of robberies and prison time, and it's going to be terrible. But in the meantime, let's talk about some brothers, man, that stood up strong. These brothers in Maccabees. We're gonna go to Maccabees. What we have? Maccabees.
Second Maccabees chapter 7.
Second Maccabees chapter 7. We're gonna go into this a little bit. So into this story, we'll go into it fast because of this mother and these 7 sons. You know, it don't got nothing. It's just ironic that it's 7 candles and 7 sons at this time. I thought, you know, it meant something. It had something to do with the two, but it's ironic. You know what I'm saying? That's how that happened. But it's glorious nonetheless. That these 7 brothers, and 7 is just, you know, a number, man, that permeates. But we don't want to do that because people tend to worship. Excuse me. Worship numbers and things like that. So we don't want to do that because it could have been any amount of brothers. But that's not the important part. The important part is what these brothers did. The things they did was absolutely glorious and amazing, and we never want to forget it. And that's what's amazing about all of our high holy days. All of them represent somebody that did something amazing that we never want to forget.
Right.
Kind of like America never wants to forget 9/11 and never wants to forget the Holocaust. When, as Black people, we went through things way worse than the Holocaust and 9/11 with the transatlantic slave trade and everything else that we go through today. You know, right now today, it's still going on. It has never stopped.
Right.
Our genocide has never stopped. You know, the abortions, it just can go on and on. But that's a whole nother class. I ain't gonna get into all of that. But let's talk about these brothers in Maccabees, man. These 7 brothers and their mother. And it was 7 brothers, right? And their mother makes it. Oh man. And that's that 8th day. Like, you know, we can't teach that, you know, but it's just so, you know, profound. It's just really dope that happened like that. So go ahead, let's read that, man. We're gonna get into these 7 brothers that stood on something, man. And when as a people, we don't stand on anything. We fall for everything. All right, go ahead.
This is Second Maccabees in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 1. And it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to take swine's flesh.
And this was just something people say this is a simple thing. The king was trying to force these brothers to eat pork. Mm-hmm. You know, like what do people fold for today? You know what I'm saying? They were what, a little bit of fame, a little bit of money, a little bit of, you know, like people fold for simple things these days. What you folding for? Loneliness? You ready to risk it all for loneliness? Because you want to do drugs? You ready to risk it all for that? Because you want to sleep with a heathen? You want to sleep with an Asian, huh? You just can't get enough of them Asians. You want to sleep with a white woman, huh? You can't. You want to steal. You want to take something that don't belong to you, which is against God. God will put you to death for doing something like that. Hey, shalom, priest. Hey, shalom. So keep going.
And it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
To taste swine's flesh. Something so simple, to taste swine's flesh. You know what I'm saying? But they stood on it. Like, I'm not finna fold for something big or small. I'm not gonna fold for something like that. I'm not gonna eat pork. I'm not, you know. And so this is why we read this story, because people couldn't believe it, like, because they know that, like, they would have folded for something way smaller. Like, you ain't folding for that. Like, I would have folded like so fast. Like, they would have folded so quick that they couldn't believe that that's all you had to do. Like, I just sinned yesterday for, you know, something less, you know, for nothing. You know, the king didn't make me do it. That my life wasn't on the line for it. Like, you know, nobody I sinned and my life was not on the line. These brothers' lives was on the line, and they decided, and their life was on the line for something small, something as small as pork. You know, a light thing. But you got to think, you know, and that's why we reading about this today. We ain't gonna never forget it. Like America tells you, never forget. We ain't gonna never forget this story.
Right.
I read it every year, so you never forget it. Brothers and mothers alike, we ain't gonna never forget it. Keep going.
Hachaanakah. And were tormented with scourges and whips.
They were tormented with what?
Scourges and whips.
Tormented with scourges and whips. These brothers was because they decided to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? That's what real standing on business is. These brothers decided to really stand on business. Go ahead.
But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldn't thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die.
Look, I'm ready to die for this thing. You know, and that's what this is about. This Hachaanakah is about remember these brothers who was ready to die for something. And that's what we have to do. We have to have that spirit that we ready to die for the Most High. We ready to die to get these chariots. We ready to die to get these crowns that we fighting for.
That's right.
And his story is like, you know, these brothers' lives was on the line. What did you sin for yesterday? You sinned for what? Because you couldn't go 24 hours without food and water. You was hungry. You was horny, huh? Your woman left you. That's what you sinned for. Your feelings was hurt. These brothers didn't sin like that. Their life was on the line. Mother was talking about cutting their heads off. And they didn't sin. But what did you sin for? Think about that while we're reading this story. Think about what I want you to think about. What did you sin for while we're remembering these brothers that didn't sin, that did eat pork, and their life was on the line to do it. Their life was on the line. Go ahead.
Hachaanakah. We are ready to die rather than transgress the laws of our fathers.
Right. It ain't no point. What, you know, I would rather die like a man than live like a coward is what I heard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think I heard that. I don't know if y'all heard something. I remember hearing that. You know, I hear the scriptures sometimes a little different. I heard I would rather die like a man than live like a coward.
Right.
You know, let me go on and get up out of here because I got to live with this for the rest of my life. That I tuck my tail. You know what I'm saying? What did you give up? Like, that's how they looked at it. They looked at it as the same. Like the generals always say, like, there's no sin, you know, worse than the other. Like, you did this sin, you might as well have did that one. So they say, look, I ain't finna eat pork because if I eat this pork, I might well be a homosexual. What if he would have told me to bend over? I'm gonna do that too. So like, you know what I'm saying, for the baby. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about these things. Like, what are you willing to compromise for your own lust? And we're going to remember these brothers because they weren't willing to compromise eating a piece of meat for their life.
Right.
Their life was, you know, their life was more important. Their dignity, you know what I mean? Their morals and value, their God was more important than their life. Like, they really gave up their life, you know. Go ahead, keep going.
Hachaanakah. Verse 3. Then the king, being in a rage, commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Which forthwith, being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first.
Right. Let me get his tongue first. Like, he cut this brother's tongue off for saying we ready to die for our God. He cut his tongue out. But what did you sin for? What did you sin for? That's why you'll never be remembered. Because you sinned for something so much less. A couple dollars. So, you know, it'll save you a little bit of embarrassment. Was your life on the line for the thing you sinned for? I'm sure it wasn't. You're still here. Niggas die every day, B. I know what he said.
Right.
Niggas die every day, B.
Right.
You know to die. You might as well be dead. What are you still here for? You a coward. Go ahead. Keep going.
Hachaanakah. And to cut off the utmost parts of his body.
Good night.
The rest of his
no, go ahead.
The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on.
Look, his mother and his brothers looking, and they still did it. That's why we're here today. That's why we remember it, man. These brothers can never be forgotten because they stood for something. They stood on something. They stood for something, and they'll never be forgotten, man. And they're gonna rule the kingdom of heaven. You know
That's right.
They're gonna be there. We're gonna meet them in the kingdom, and they're gonna be the rulers of it because of how they stood when you know you would have folded. All right, keep going.
Verse 5. Now when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire, and to be fried in the pan. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus.
Look, I don't know if y'all really hearing what's going on right here. Like, wow, they burning these brothers alive, cooking them. You know, the white man is the devil. Like he's the cannibal. You know, Hannibal Lecter, a monster. Look, and these brothers, they took that. And then, like I told you, I want you, while we listening to this story, think about what you sinned for. Think about what you folded for. Think about what you bent over for as a man. Think about what you hoard yourself out for. Think about it. These niggas didn't do it for pork. A slice of meat. We're going to remember them. We're going to let that sizzle in your spirit. You're going to feel all of that. Because these brothers, man, every time, it's a rough story. To hear like these got cooked and ate for pork, it's hard to, but you like, man, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, you would. You did it for less. Yeah, you got a question? Go ahead.
White people or black people?
Who? It was who, white people or black people?
The one that cut their tongue off.
It was the oppressor. It was the oppressor that done it. Yeah, it was them, the monsters that they are. They are their father, the devil. Yeah. Anybody, yeah. Picture them too. Picture the oppressor that you love doing this to your people. They did this to your ancestors. And you want to kiss them in the mouth and lay down with them and let them have their way with you. Yeah. These people, this is what they did to your people back in the day. They did this to your people, your ancestors. Yeah. All of that. Yeah, take it. Yeah. You want to love them? You want to hug them? You love white people? You love Asians? You love all of them had a part in what's happening to these brothers and sisters right now. They was all a part of it. Everybody's to blame. Because they all gonna get it. If I got anything to say about it, the Lord allow me to when he unleash them hunches like the scriptures say. They all gonna get it. But right now, this is about remembering our brothers and sisters that stood for something. They stood for something when you didn't. And this is what it talks about. I want you to think about this also when Jesus Christ died for you and gave his life for you. And you continue to be the disgusting person you've always been. He died for you. You think he died for you to continue to be a faggot? The alternative lifestyle. You think he died for you to be alternative lifestyle? You think he died for you to be a drug dealer, a whore, a promiscuous woman, I should say? That's what he died for you to continue to do that? No, that's not what that was about. He died for you so you can not be that person no more. And that's why I'm sure the Lord wanted us to remember these brothers and sisters. These brothers and that sister, their mother. Keep going.
Come. Verse 6. The Lord God looketh upon us, and in truth have comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servant.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 7. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock.
Right. And so, like I said, this first one, he died so gloriously. He glorifying Moses, and he glorifying everybody. He's glorifying the Lord. And hey, stand on something. I don't care if they chopping me up right now. Stand on something. Don't be a coward. You know, one of my favorite things in the truth, no cowards, no excuses. Every time I get ready to make an excuse, I hear no cowards, no excuses. Like, nobody cares about your excuses, man. Who cares about your excuses, man? Like, niggas died. Like, for come on, man. It's just so weak. And then it makes you just be like, man, this excuse better be something epic. It better be something like, what is this excuse? You might as well not even say it. Don't even say this. Say, hey, I'm effed up. I got to do better next time. Than to give some cowardly excuse. Nobody, they listen to it like, oh yeah, that's what happened to you. That's why you couldn't do it. Oh yeah, I hear you. Lord be with you. Oh man, that's terrible. Oh man, that's wild. Oh my, that's crazy. That's crazy. Boy, that's what happened. I give a damn what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? We just, do better. Yes, hey, I failed. I couldn't complete the task. I failed. I got to do better. I will be better. Brothers dying. You know what I'm saying? When you hear stories like this, what excuse you gonna make? Nobody want to hear that.
Right.
Don't make that excuse. Just say, I'm gonna get it done. I failed. I didn't get it done at the time I was supposed to. I failed. I'm gonna get it done next time. I'm on it. Nobody want to hear your excuses, man. Niggas, but we got brothers hardcore like this that we coming up behind. We got brothers giving their life for you, and you giving excuses for why you want to be weak. Y'all look at these kids in here. You know what I'm trying to, the internet. But anyway, keep going.
So I read it again. Verse 7. So when the first was dead after this number, they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, wilt thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body?
Come on, man. They pulled the skin off from his hair. And asked him, all you got to do is eat the pork. Eat this bacon sandwich. How many bacon sandwiches you ate today? All you gotta do is eat this bacon, man. You good. They pulled the man's skin off his body, from his scalp. What did you sin for today? What was on the line that made you be the disgusting person you was today? When this person gave his life for you. When Christ gave his life for you. What did you fold for? For what? Another dollar on your salary? Huh? Some whore? Because some whore that you had to wipe another man's semen off her mouth? It wasn't like she was a virgin. Some whore, maybe when you start talking to these women, girl, that blue light with you. So you can see you wipe that semen off her mouth before you kiss her. That's what you gave it up for? That's what you sinned for some whore? Come on, man. We got to be better. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. That's why we got to remember these brothers and sisters. Like, we got to remember them. It'll give us the strength to say, I'm not finna sin for that. These brothers didn't sin for eating pork. And I'm considering sinning for what? A chance at fame and fortune, a chance at, what? But anyway, let's keep going.
Verse 8. But he answered in his own language.
And his what?
His own
He
language.
talked in the Hebrew and said what?
And said, no.
It said la.
Wherefore he also received the next torment in order,
Good night.
as the former did.
Hey, he took it off. He said la in his language. No, I'm not finna do it. And the next time somebody try to get you to sin and get you to go against your culture and your customs, your traditions, and your morals, say la. And take what you gotta get. You don't know what the Lord will do for you if you do that. Your life ain't on the line. He knew what was gonna happen to him. That brother knew his skin was finna be ripped off his body and he would be cooked and eaten, probably, in front of his mother and his other brothers. His woman probably was there. Who knows? But what is your excuse? What are you finna sin for and fall weak for? Loneliness? Horniness? The same vagina that 3 other niggas didn't have? At least that's being nice. Come on, man. We gotta be better. These brothers, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna remember, we're gonna let this sizzle wild away in spirit, like my man say. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And when he was at the last gasp, he said, thou like a fury taketh us out of this present life. But the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws, unto everlasting life.
Good night. Good night.
That's it.
He said, we coming back. You gonna get yours, man.
Right.
Like, y'all got out on us today. But man, my man's, hey, it's tight on y'all ass in a minute. Salaki, you know, it's tight. Yeah, he gonna raise us up, man. We gonna come and get down on y'all. Something so vicious. Something so vicious, man. And that's why you gotta do it. When you feel like falling weak, remember these brothers, man. They depending on you for their revenge. These brothers is depending on you for their revenge, and you finna fall because you want a fucking white woman? Because you want to suck on a pipe, or suck on a blunt, or suck on something? You need something in your mouth, huh? You got an oral fixation, huh? Come on, man. Remember these brothers, man. They count on you to get the revenge for these oppressors for doing this to them.
Right.
If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, man, do it for them, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 10. After him was the third made a mocking stock.
Another mocking stock. The third brother, go ahead.
And when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon.
He came right out there with his tongue out, man. Y'all, this is what y'all on here. Here you go. He ain't even gotta ask me. He came out with his tongue out already. Cut this mother off. Go on, do what you're gonna do. This what y'all on is up. And look at you. And look at you. This man came out there with his tongue out over pork. And what did you sin for? What did you sin for? He wouldn't sin for eating a pork sandwich. His life wasn't on the line. His life was on the line. Your life was not on the line when you did that disgusting act you did.
Right.
You did it because you was just horny. You did it because you was lusting after whatever you was lusting after. Come on, man. We got to be better. But this is why we remember these things. This is why we remember this, so we can give you strength to not be the coward that you've been up until now. Maybe next time you're faced with this test, you will remember these brothers and this sister, and you won't be a coward like you was the last time.
Right.
The Lord gave you a chance. Don't squander it. The Lord gave you a chance to do better the next time you're faced with this task. Go ahaid.
He put out his tongue, and that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully.
Go ahead.
Concurrent. Verse 11. And said courageously, these I had from heaven, and for his laws I despised them. And from him I hope to receive them again.
Look, I'm gonna get these hands back. I'm gonna get all this back. Y'all gonna feel it when I do. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And so much that the king and they that were with him marveled at the young man's courage.
Look, they couldn't believe it because they was cowards. They looking at these, but like they're going out like, man, these brothers, what? They couldn't believe that they stood on business like that. They couldn't believe it. They marveled at it. They marveled at the courage of these young men. But they laughing at you because you've been over for way less. You've been over for way less. Didn't even require Vaseline. Go ahead.
Concurrent. So like that they were with him marvel at the young man's courage, for that he nothing regarded the pains. Verse 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner.
The fourth brother came out the same way. He followed suit, came, put his tongue out, put his hands out, cut him off. Y'all ain't nothing. It's tight on y'all. Y'all don't know who y'all messing with. This is just a means to an end. I gotta go through this for what's to come. It's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna be worth it. The punishment we gonna get to the what you gonna have to endure because of what you did to the Lord's chosen people is gonna be so epic that you never gonna reign again.
That's right.
You are never gonna reign again. It's gonna be over for you.
That's
ever. Because of the torment that you did to the Lord's chosen people. Nobody's going to forget it. The Lord's people are going to reign for eternity, man, because of how horrible you was to his chosen people. Go ahead.
Concurrent. Verse 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from God, to be raised up again by him.
Like we just said earlier, it's better to die like a man than live like a coward. It's better to die for the Most High than to live like that. To live like such a coward. You want your life is meaningless. It's meaningless. Yeah.
It's 7:14.
No, but that's what he said, man. That's what the Most High said. Like that's what these brothers did. What did you give up? What did you fold for? It is better to die like a man than live like a coward. That's what that scripture just said. If you didn't hear it. I want to take that. Go ahead.
14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from God, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
Right. It's over with for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, keep going. Hey, that's just, you see what's going to happen. Like, I'd rather die like this. Die like a man because I know what's to come. And it's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so worth it if you endure to the end. Go ahead.
Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him.
And mangled them. The monsters that y'all people are. Go ahead.
Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men. Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of God.
Right. Don't think it's sweet. Don't think because you wear it right now that it's sweet. It's not sweet. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get what you got coming. And it is coming. You know what I mean? But you got to, you know, I know it looks bleak. Like, man, why would the Lord allow this to happen? Because it's never going to happen again. You know what I mean? It's like anybody who try to sit, like, once we back in power, it's like anybody who we going to be on, hey, kids, everybody, like, nobody's going to sin. Nobody, because we ain't never finna go through this again. Never, ever. And it's going to be the man that remember these things that went through it that's going to make sure and maintain the status quo. To make sure this never happen again, man, because this is a atrocity that happened to our people. But it got to stop. And it's going to stop with the people that put their lives on the line, like you said, like that brother just said it and so long ago. Read that one more time if you could, Bible Bashar.
16. Then looked he unto the king and said,
What?
Thou hast power over men.
Right.
Thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of God.
Yeah. Don't think like that. Don't think it's sweet. Keep going. So like,
But abide a while, and behold his great power, how he will torment thee in thy seed.
just be. Hey, look, you gonna get what you got coming to you. You did all of this. Oh man, not only like it's coming. You gonna get what you got coming to you. I'm gonna take this, but don't think it's sweet because it's not only coming to you. It's gonna come to your kids too, like it's coming to mine. Go ahead.
After him also they brought the 6, who being ready to die said, Be not deceived without cause. For we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our God. Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us.
Marvelous things are done unto us. Don't take accountability. Like, yeah, we did things. Like the Lord, yeah, you know, you might have been, but it's not just about me and you. This is about us as a nation. This is about us as a nation. Them brothers might have been righteous brothers, but what did he say? We have sinned against God. It's not about me, but I'm finna stand up for my nation because I know this is bigger than me.
That's right.
This ain't just about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta be more, man. We gotta learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. And think about the bigger picture. And that's what we don't do as a people. And that's what that brother just said. If you listen to this, that's why we're gonna remember this forever. That's why he's being remembered forever. This brother right here. We're talking about him right now today, 2,000 years later. Read that one more time if you could, about the show.
After him also they brought the 6, who being ready to die said,
Ready to die.
Be not deceived without cause. For we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our God. Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us.
Marvelous things. Look at what's happening to us. Look at what's happening to us as a people. This is marvelous things that's happening to us as a people. And we still here. The world still look on to us for guidance, for what's the best thing, for what's righteous, for what's cool, for what they looking on to us. And marvelous things that happen to us. Go ahead.
But think not thou that takest it in hand to strive against God,
Right.
that thou shalt escape unpunished.
Right. You ain't gonna escape. Everybody got to deal with this. We together in this. We a team. It's us. We a nation. We win as a nation. We lose as a nation. Go ahead.
But the mother was marvelous.
The mother was marvelous. Check this out for all you women, all our sisters, mothers to be. This is a great lesson for us, man. And I want you to think about how some of those statistics that say, you know, father, mother, 2-parent households is glorious. But a father, a motherless household with a father is better than a mother household without a father. Like those statistics that say mothers are leading our children into the prison system because they don't know how to raise a boy alone. I want you all to really take some notes from this sister that we're finna hear about and how she handled this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very epic. It can be a real teachable moment for our women that are forced to raise young men without their fathers. Okay? Go ahead.
But the mother was marvelous above all, and worthy of honorable memory.
Worthy of honorable memory.
For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of 1 day, she buried with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord.
Because of the hope she had in the Most High. Because she lost 7 sons, 7 sons in 1 day. You know, 7 sons in 1 day, and she still kept her righteousness. She didn't say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do what I got to do. You know, use what I got to get what I want. I gotta do. You know, like she didn't curse. She didn't fold. Hey, go out, breathe. She didn't fold. She kept her dignity. She kept her honor. She didn't fold under these circumstances. When she seen her sons mangled, what they called it, mangled? I think they said maimed and mangled. They called that she had to witness from these sons. All right. Remember what this sister did. Like, remember this sister, man, because this can fix when we in hell and our men are being snatched out the home, and we our men are the strong man is being bind, thus says the Lord.
Right.
Because they know these scriptures. They can only spoil our house if they first bind the strong man. But look how this sister and what she did for her sons. How strong she stood for them, and it's worth being remembered for over 2,000 years. It's worth being never forgotten. Go ahead.
That's right. Hachaanakah, verse 21. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language,
Right.
filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. And she said unto them,
She said she exalted them in her language. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? In her own language. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Bless these kids in her language. Lift them up. That's what she did when her kids was going through. She spoke in her language. And that's what we say, you know. Ain't that what we say? Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Ain't that what we say? To lift up our people? To say bless you and lift them up?
Right.
Thank the Lord that my kids are so strong. Thank God that my kids wasn't cowards and they went through this. She thanked God for what was going on in that moment. Go ahead.
Hachaanakah, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them, verse 22, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life.
Right, I can't tell you how that happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not God. I can't explain all of that. I can't tell you how you was conceived. Go ahead.
Neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you.
Right, I didn't form them members because if it was up to me, you would have been way sooner. You'd have been, I would have, we wouldn't be going through this. Like the members I formed, I wouldn't have wanted to be seen taken off and cooked and mangled like this. Like I didn't do nothing. I ain't had nothing to do with putting them on you. Go ahead.
Verse 23. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again.
Right. It's up to the Lord. I ain't had nothing to do with that. The Lord gave y'all life. The Lord said this is what you got to die for, and that's what you got to die for.
That's right.
That's that.
Right.
I gave you life. And I said, these are things you cannot do. Somebody make you do, then I guess that's your time.
That's right.
I always come in and the generals. I'm like, hey, there's a lot of power to have because if the Lord has put on your heart to send a nigga like me, it's gonna be up.
Right.
Like, that's too much power. Good night. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of power to have, but but the Lord did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord put these brothers in place to teach us this truth, to tell us what to do and what not to do. And the Lord saw fit to change that, then that's what it was going to be. But that's what she was saying. Like, he didn't give the Lord, I didn't create y'all. The Lord did. The Lord put these rules into place, and that's what you're going to abide by unto death. And that's how we have to do as a nation. You got to stand for something. You got to have moral compass value. You got to stand for something, because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything.
Right.
You're going to do it.
So like if I could add, it also includes going to jail.
That part. You got to do it. And that's what it calls for. Like I said, they went to death. You know what I'm saying? Jail is another form of death. Like it's a death sentence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being in prison, that's also a death sentence. Absolutely. It's hell.
Right.
Anybody who's been in there for a day, niggas don't want to do a weekend.
Right.
I had a nigga call me the other day about a weekend. Like, man, a week? No, you gonna stand? I ain't give you $50 to get out. No, you gonna think about throwing that chair next time. Don't be so damn emotional. No, you're gonna think about. We're gonna leave that to the women and the children, man. That emotion.
Right.
You're gonna sit in there for that weekend. You think I'm gonna give you $50 of my dollars? You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted to be emotional. They throw chairs, you know. But anyway, that's another thing. But no, but that's how much people don't want to sit in there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to sit in there for an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a death sentence. Keep on.
Come. It's like it. As ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Verse 24. Now Antiochus, thinking himself despised, and now suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, whilst the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and a happy man. So
when the last son was coming up, he like, hey, look, we finna make them martyrs. You know what I'm saying? Like if we continue this, like, man, this is gonna have a reversed effect. We're gonna make this person a martyr, and the people are gonna admire them more than the king. They're gonna look at me like I'm this horrible person because of what these brothers were willing to die for. So he tried to come to him like, hey, man, look, I know what happened with your brother, man. We're gonna make you the man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you all the riches. We're gonna do everything we can for you. Because if we continue at this pace we going, y'all are gonna be remembered for the next 2,000 years. And we're gonna be looked at as the enemy and a terrible person. We're gonna be looking at as the villain in this story.
Right.
And the white man never wants to be looked at as the villain in the story. That's why they always make themselves the hero. No matter, you know. And now, like I said, right now, they got critical race theory, like we brought out earlier. They got critical race theory to try to erase, you know, their villainism in the story. All right?
Right.
But keep going.
Come. If he would turn from the laws of his father, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. Yeah, that's a lie.
Right. Trust me. Believe in me. We friends. You can be president. You can be police chief.
Right.
You can be the CEO of Bad Boy. You can be the CEO of Rockefeller. Whatever. You can, trust me.
All I heard was be a token.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You could be the house nigga. I will make you, go ahead.
Verse 25. But when a young man would be in no case hearken unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life.
Right. So the young man wasn't trying to hear. And you know how brothers know, how we love our mamas and we want to heed to our mothers. You know what I'm saying? They know how we is about what I'm telling your mama. I'm gonna get your mama in here.
Right.
So you're gonna tell your mama, get your mama to talk some sense into you to get you up out of this. Go ahead.
John, verse 26. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son.
She said, "Oh yeah, you want me to? I'm gonna talk to him. Absolutely. You gonna do all of that? Absolutely, man. You gonna do all of that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him about this. I'm gonna talk to my son. Go ahead."
But she bound herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn.
Like she laughed at him. Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, don't sweat. I'm gonna go do that for you right now. Like, I'm gonna go talk to him. You giving me an opportunity to talk to him? Like that was her. Like you finna give me a chance to go speak more confidence into him right now.
Right.
Like she laughing. Like you finna give. Like if he was finna fold, I say what I'm finna say to him now. He definitely finna go on and fall on this floor. Like you goofy. You really messed up now. Sending me to go holler at him after all of that. He might have been the most terrified. You would have been better off hollering at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you giving me, I'm finna make sure that we finish this task. Go ahead.
But she bound herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner: O my son, have pity upon me, that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age.
She said, have pity on me. That nourish me. All these, do this for me.
Right.
Like if you can't do it for you, do it for your mama. What we just
right.
He thought, oh, your mama. You're like, well, you know what I want? I got to do this for me.
Right.
If you can't do it for you right now, do it for your mother who you love so much, who brought you into this world, who gave you life. Do this for me. Go ahead.
So kind, and endure the troubles of education. 28. I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that God made them of the things that were not. And so was mankind made likewise.
Right.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
29. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren.
Right. Don't fear this coward. He's a coward. Be a man like your brothers was.
Right.
Do that for me. Think about God who made all of this. None of this matters. Think about God who made all of this. And be a man like your brothers was. Think about them. Do this for me. This is what I want. You told me to come talk to you, and on my behalf, this is what I want you to do for me. Die like a man. Don't be a coward. Go ahead.
Kind. Take thy death, that I may receive thee again.
That I may receive you. Because if you live like a coward, I will never receive you. Not even after death will you be received by me. Because you're too much of a coward. You're not worthy for me to ever speak to you again, even after death. Go ahead.
Kind. Take thy death, that I may receive thee again. In mercy, in mercy with thy brethren.
Right.
Verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for?
Why she's speaking to him? Man, what's taking so long? Go ahead and well, I gotta put my tongue in. Man, dude, come on with the skillet. You know what I'm saying? What y'all on, man? Oh, you heard what my mama said, man. I want to get up there with my brother then. Y'all tripping. What's taking so long? Come on, man. Let's get this over with. In the middle of her talking, he was so fired up. What? Man, let me hurry. Let me be the fastest one to do it. Just get this out of here. But what did you sin for? You fucking you coward. What did you sin for? Your life was not on the line when you had sex with that whore. Your life was not on the line when you sold them drugs. Your life was not on the line, man, when you lied and cheated and stole. You a coward, and you deserve everything that you got coming to you.
That's right.
These brothers did all of that, and what did you do it for? You coward. Let that sizzle in your spirit. You a fucking coward, dude. And you deserve every disgusting thing that happens to you.
That's right.
The Lord can tell you how it shot, man. This story hurts my heart, man. I love these brothers. I can't wait to meet them again. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, I have the honor of meeting them brothers again. Lord willing, I have the honor of meeting them brothers, man. I would love it. I would be honored to meet them brothers, you know, and I do everything that I can, and I hope you do the same. You know what I'm saying? But this is the reason we keep Hachaanakah. To breed the fear out of cowards. Okay? To get cowards away from us. Get them away. They have to go. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, thus says the Lord.
That's right.
Okay? The wicked flee. They can't. So the darkness does not survive in the light. You turn lights on, the darkness goes away.
Right.
Thus says the Lord. That is why we do this. That is why the Feast of Dedication is here. We got our temple back. That is another screen. You know what I'm saying? You will learn about us getting our temple back. That's why we put up pictures. We decorate it. We bring new things in around this time because we bringing our temple back, man. It's about remembering greatness. Remembering greatness. So we put something great to remember in honor of them brothers, in honor of the temple being back built, in honor of that. In honor of getting rid of cowards. Okay? So, man, with that, man, this is the ISUBK out of 125th Harlem, New York.
That's right.
Under Commander General Johanna. What's coming next? We got the Passover in Houston.
Right.
Pay your Passover fee. We're gonna be in Houston April 4th.
Right.
Passover is April 4th, man. Get to Houston, man. You ain't gonna want to miss it, man. It's gonna be so epic. Like some of the things I've heard that's in store for Israel, man, that the Lord has allowed the generals to obtain and be able to do is gonna be absolutely glorious. Yeah, you got what you got for it?
I was just wondering, do we celebrate April Fools?
April Fools. April Fools is a joke. We like to be more serious. April Fools is a joke. You know what I'm saying? And we want to be a little more serious because one of my favorite stories is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Okay, it's a story that's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and this story teaches people don't prank people so much. Don't be a prankster. Because if you're known for being a disgusting liar, when you're actually telling the truth, nobody's going to believe you. Okay? So you don't want to be that. That's what that story teaches. You know what I'm saying? That brother, whether it's a sheep herder, you can lose your business, you can lose your life. Don't be, don't get in the habit of being a prankster because it's really just being known as being a liar. You don't want to have that reputation. Because that's a hard reputation to get rid of. It's a stain. One of my younger kids, when I was telling them, you don't want to stain your reputation like that. He was like, a stain like poop? I said, he was in 2nd grade. I said, you know what? Absolutely like poop. I'm like, you wouldn't want to touch somebody that got poop on them, would you? He said, no. I'm like, yeah. So being a liar, being known as a disgusting liar is like having poop on you. Nobody want to shake your hand and be close to you because you're nasty and stain is nasty. So don't stain your reputation. Young man, that was a good question, but don't stain your reputation with being like that, okay? You got another one? Did you hear that one?
When I was coming in, remember when we was like playing when we had those cards and then it had like letters and I just like read them and then you said you told me something to don't lie. You said someone was like somewhere in the forest, and then he was keep on, and his friend was somewhere else, and then you were saying he was saying there was a wolf, and they was keep on running.
So that's the story. I'm gonna stop you because we finna end the class, but that's the story of the boy who cried wolf. That's the story that you remember. Okay, so the story of the boy who cried wolf, that's what he's thinking about. Don't be a liar. Okay, don't be a prankster. Like you said, your original question was good. April Fools was a good question. You don't want to practice that because like I said, it'll make people not trust and not take you seriously. And you want to be taken seriously. You don't want to be known as a liar. So don't practice those kind of things. Don't practice those kind of things. All right. No, leave it alone. Leave it alone. What? Go ahead. What was it to say?
And you remember you said people could die of that?
Could die of what?
A joke?
Oh yeah, that's true. Absolutely. That's what I was just saying. You make up jokes, people ain't gonna believe you when you actually tell them the truth. Okay? They're not gonna believe you. That's why you don't want to be a prankster, because when you actually need people to believe you, they're not gonna believe you because you always pranking somebody. You always joking and playing too much. And then it can cost you your life. You had something? Right. So that was a good question. Hey, thank y'all, man, for being here with us. We're gonna get up out of here. So we're gonna get into it, but like I said, Passover. Houston is gonna be in Houston this year, April 4th. Every day that weekend of April 4th, that week starting Thursday, it's gonna be something epic. You ain't gonna want to miss it. It's only $200. You've spent $200 on way less. $200 for every adult. Kids is all free. All the kids, the children's events, the child care is all covered under that $200. And so you and your family, you and the adults can have adult time and have a ball. You know what I'm saying? Your children will be well taken care of under that same $200, man. So and it covers food, everything for the whole week, for the whole weekend. And like I said, you've paid $200 for way less. So think about that. But so get to the Passover Houston April 4th, man. It's gonna be absolutely glorious. We got some amazing things. Subscribe to ISUPK Minnesota on all platforms.
That's right.
We got some dope things coming up, man. You ain't gonna want to miss it. ISUPK Minnesota. Get some of these resources we got. We got tons of resources for Blacks, Hispanic, and Natives. Man, tap in. Get with it or get lost, man. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Maccabi, man. Clap it up. Yes, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, my Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. A priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Now, upcoming Holy Convocation. So the next one before Passover is going to be Purim. All right, March 2nd through the 3rd for 2 days, by the way. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, they start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, I imagine, which means for everybody to stand. All right, everybody stands. I imagine, children, stand up. Bust out of your seat and face the east. All right, this way. All right, we are going to get into the Lord's Prayer for time's sake. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shukah. Yahweh. Malak Waka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathalanawa. Lakom. Kol.
Paul.
Yawam.
Iwama.
Wasalakanawa.
Lasalakina.
Kawawasnawa.
Iwakina.
Kasalaknawa.
Lasalakina.
Kabawa.
Kabawa.
Yanawa.
Yanawa.
Wala'a.
Mala'a.
Taba'anawa.
Tabaayanawa.
Banasaya 1.
Manasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashinawa.
Yeshua.
Mayan.
Hayan.
Rai.
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wakaparah.
Wa'ala.
La Awalamia.
Wa'ala.
Aman.
Amen.
It's like we actually got 2 more after this, and then that's it. In the English, our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
Who art in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be done.
in earth
Earth.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us of our debts,
Forgive us for our debts.
as we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem,
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa,
Rakanah.
Wayashala,
Yahshua.
Wahabayah,
Abayah.
Saparian,
Sapari.
Barak,
Barak.
Ba'ashem,
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua.
Tawada Aman.
Rahman.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Lord, in the name of Yahushua,
bless us
bless us
in Israel,
in Israel,
in the school,
in the school,
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Bless are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahushua,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
And evil and curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us,
that speak against us,
thy prophets,
our
the
prophets,
teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
in the school.
in the school,
Send evils and curses,
and evil and curses,
punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
shake loose
the treasure of the rich of Israel
the treasure of the rich in Israel
that refuse to give to the school,
that refuse to give to the school,
force their riches,
force their riches,
to enter into thy sanctuary,
to enter into our sanctuary,
to evils and curses,
and evil and curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction
to the Edomites,
to the
and
Edomites,
the nation,
and the nation,
and the drug dealers,
drug
the
dealers,
court system,
court system,
the prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
Positive Kamikaze,
Posse Comitazi,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program,
NASA space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and the airwaves,
and the airwaves,
the cable access channel,
the cable access channel,
and the radio channel,
and the radio channel,
convict the spirit
convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of our people
that seek to stop us
that seek to stop
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift destruction
to all the heathens
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
and try to stop
or try to stop
us from
us
broadcasting your word
from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
Let's move off the place.
cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth and consume them.
through the earth and consume them.
Let the place shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
And the murder.
Let Yahweh Shai,
And Yahushua,
the Mashiach,
the Mashiach,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down to flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers,
and punish all the heathens
punish all the heathen
that come up against us.
that come up against us.
As we speak thy word,
As we speak thy word,
cause it to be known by all.
cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media,
Cause it to be spread through the media,
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
In the name of Yahushua,
our King.
our King.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Star. All right. Min Israel, Imagine, Mashabat, Imagine, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yazmatah, hands to your side, start to the sisters, which means turn. All right, Min Israel, Imagine, Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Allah Hashem Yahushua. Yazmatah, class dismissed. That's not how it should be, man. This scripture that Christ had disciples is how you stop crime as a whole. Because when you go to him and him alone, and for you sisters out there who love the beef and who don't like to talk to another woman about how she treated you, you sisters need to go to her alone as well.
Nobody is holding you accountable for the things that you say you were doing or not doing. There's no, like the scriptures say, everything should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
There's no order and decency with you going on the internet and running in the streets with no guidance, without being sent, without being anointed by the man of the Lord, by being sent by a man of God out there on them streets. You must be sent.
When you hear us say salute, Shalom Yahweh Shem Shabbat, right? That is Hebrew. Okay? Shalom, Shalom, that is not Hebrew. I don't know where you learned that from, most likely from Esau, from the Jewish. On the street corners. And we ain't selling dope, but we are teaching you how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We are teaching you how to not be a drug addict and a drug dealer.
Right.
How to keep you out of prison. How to not make you a target for Esau to use.